There you go. Let it never be said that this channel is full of its oddities. So there you go. Yeah, the perfect prediction. Yeah, it pretty much precisely was that, dude. It was. It's, oh boy, can I tell ya? Yeah, to the funny farm. Exactly. That's right. Yeah, I'm mad. Mad, I tell ya. I'm mad. Damn it, I'm full blown mad. Yeah, well, a lot of people kind of are, dude. A lot of people kind of are. It's crazy right now. I'll tell you that much. And Let Rod Hail, dude. Nice to see you, man. Great that you can show up. And yeah, maybe they should do this in Canada. Yeah, they probably should right now with that anthem. I'm telling you. Yeah, here's a Valium now. Chill. Dude, I'm trying. I'm really trying. And yeah, well, Penny, it's purely for the shock value. So there you go. So this is now the Communist Relief Crusader channel now. Not if I have anything to say about it. It's no, because you know what? In Alberta, no, we are so gonna have a referendum, dude. We are so going to have a referendum of unbelievable proportions. Yep, a lot of people here are now saying it's time. We're done. That's it. That is it. So and yeah, maybe not so much Russia, but instead you should be playing the China national anthem. Yeah, I could, but I don't want to give them any more of a heads up than they already have. So Padawannabe, why'd you make that? Why did that speech make me so emotional? I think I'm losing it here. Well, yeah, right, because let's just put it this way. Not just in the United States, not just, and I'm sure in England, not just in Canada, but a lot of places around the world. A lot of people are saying, I'm mad as hell and I'm not going to take it anymore. And I'm not trying to make this political or anything like that. I'm really not, but oh boy, what can I say? And Daniel Berry Sports Highlights, how's it going, man? Nice to see you, dude. And yeah, let me just catch up on the chat here. And FKC just looped the song for Who Shows, yeah, for shits and giggles, exactly. Your mic is really hot. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. I'm yeah, and demonetized. Oh my God. You know what? No, I probably wouldn't be. Because YouTube seems to be okay with that kind of thing. So what can I say? Let's see. Al Nickerson. Yeah, greetings. Can't stick around. Welcome to the US of A. Thank you, Al. I very much appreciate it. And I'll be practicing my Pledge of Allegiance and show my patronage to everybody in America. And Trump can still send the Marines on a rescue mission to Canada. Yes, he could. 51. Okay. Before I forget about the other people that are here on the panel, let's welcome them right now.
If you're blue and you don't know where to go to, why don't you go where fashion sits?
And my other fellow Canadian, Tom. How's it going?
Hello. Yeah, see, it wasn't me. You say you're hot. There you go. Your mic's hot, that is, anyway. But no, Mike isn't hot. He's just that angry for what had just happened last night. Because our country just...
Oh, talk about shit in the bed.
By the way, we must well learn it now. How about... Yeah, my microphone's the opposite. It's weird. But how about we learn some Chinese while we're at it? This is
Mandarin. Oh, yeah.
Xie means thank you. Ni hao ma means how are you? So that's a lesson today. We're going to have to learn that quite often.
There we go. Yeah, you're ahead of the political curve, and
yes,
I am lagging behind. So I will reserve myself to the work camps and
all right.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah. just for shits and giggles. Pop Culture Republic, how's it going, dude?
Hey, it's going well. So you guys have a new day in Canada, huh?
Yay!
Whether you want it or not.
Yeah, right? Oh my god. At least you guys got your wish. Why
Kind of.
why
We
can't
don't know how it's
we?
gonna play out, but yeah, that's cool, I guess.
Yeah.
51st state starting to look real good now, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it is. It is.
Or branch off and become your own independent republic. You don't necessarily have to become a 51st state.
No, not necessarily. We can go totally independent. Yeah. So, Vince Womack, yeah, Hop Sing means cook in Colorado. There we go. More Chinese. The more you know. So, thank you for that educational moment there, Vince. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, so we did a thing, and I guess we didn't read the instructions quite as well as we should have, and now we're in the state. That's right, Lord Thoft. Yeah, Alberta's talking seceding. Oh, we've been talking about it for months here, dude. 100%. We have been talking about it for months because we knew this was coming up, and oh yeah, there are petitions going out, and once Alberta gets 600,000 signatures, there will be a referendum. And yeah, the Republic of Alberta could be neat. Yeah, totally 100% could be neat. I would be totally 100% game for that. And I know I'm saying 100% because that's how much I feel about it. So there you go. And yeah, territory, all the benefits of a state without the hassle of being a state. Exactly. I am game with that. And there we go. See more. More helpful tips from Store to Poopas using Chinese phrase. Oh my god. Would you like a bayonet with that palette?
I was going to move to China many years ago to teach, so that's why I had to learn some language, because they have jobs where people teach English over there. So, but I never did go. I ended up going to college here in Fredericton, So, but yeah.
Yeah, no, that's probably not an option right now. I wonder if I can say this. Let's see. Oh, forget that. Yeah, no, I'm not going to speak Chinese.
I'll tell you one thing, too.
There's
Using
no way.
the Mandarin language, one word could have 5 meanings. It depends on the pronunciation, too. Like ni hao ma or ma. And if you say it different ways, it means different things. It's really a very complicated, but it is a cool language. I will say. I like Mandarin, but yeah.
Yeah, no, I'd rather go to Japan. So at least they're free for now.
Yes,
so,
I love Japan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, and double demonetized. Yes. So,
And
why?
How is our audio out there, everyone? It might be some problems with YouTube.
Yeah, I think me and Pop are very low, but Mike is extremely loud, so there's a very heavy inconsistency.
Oh, yeah.
So people are having to turn their stuff down, but can't hear us. I'm kissing the mic pretty much.
It's really okay.
Everybody has been complaining about the YouTubes over the past few weeks, so it could be some of their shenanigans going on with it. I don't know.
Yeah, that could be. Or Lenrod, it's because I'm mad as hell and I'm not gonna take it anymore. So, anyway, so speaking of stupid countries and whatnot, let's get into.
Tonight, we dive into the diseased human mind. Join me. The gray matter is warm.
It's 100% Rage Mike. So there you go. FKC. Another helpful Chinese phrase, aka up yours America.
Guys. I'm gonna try something. Give me a second.
Okay, no problem. Okay, well, stupid news. What do we got going on in stupid news today? Let's see. We got this from the New York Post. California, or might as well just say Toronto mayor, because they're both the same at this point, wants to give homeless people all the fentanyl they want. At least he's keeping to the pronouns. Yeah.
Okay.
Wow. Correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't fentanyl deadly?
Yeah. I mean, if you get too much of it, it could have some pretty negative results. Unless you're wanting those results. I mean, that seems kind of bad,
Yeah,
just to put it lightly.
yeah.
I
That's
don't know what to say about that.
no, I don't know either. According to Vince, yeah, that's a way to get rid of them. Yeah, that's one way to. Well, let's just say that's a Democrat way of solving certain problems. But yeah, like why?
If you don't care about people, well, yeah.
Exactly. Right. Yeah, but Tim, that's the thing. That's a lawsuit waiting to happen. He says. Excuse me. Homeless people can't afford a lawyer, so it's for a party that says they care about people so much. Why not just help them solve the addiction problem? Rather than uplift it.
I don't know.
Maybe that's just crazy me thinking.
Maybe you do something like take the drugs off the street and kind of help people improve their lives instead of keeping them where they are, and I don't know, maybe have a cemented voter block.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, they can get a public defender. Yeah, I suppose that's a thing.
Yeah.
That could be a thing. Snorter Poopies. Yeah, today is National Fentanyl Awareness Day, but how can you be aware if you're on fentanyl? That's right. So, yeah, because you probably wouldn't even know what day it was. So, much less anything else for that reason. It's the same thing in Vancouver, too, on Hastings Street, I believe. Just give them everything that they want, all the drugs that they want, and give them clean needles because, it's, you want them to be safe and all that kind of stuff. And I'm pretty sure that's how it pretty much is in California too. So it's pretty sad. Padawannabe or John Peterson, sorry. You can't solve it. They have to want to solve it. That's true. Yes. Until that happens, there is no amount of force, persuasion, or begging you can do that will make them quit. Exactly. No, that's true. They're gonna have to want to quit. Padawannabe, I recently heard that there was a clean drug program in effect for years. It's called the Stabbin' Wagon. Really? It's basically a legal drug provider for home displaced. The Stabbin' Wagon? Oh my God, why would you even call it that? Somebody needs better PR. Like, damn. Like, jeez. Oh my God! It's nuts. It's nuts. Lenrod, most of Cali's homeless are mentally ill. There's no fixing them. Yeah, and that's the unfortunate thing. That's the very unfortunate thing. But yeah, it's not good. This is only gonna clear up the streets and of unfortunate. I don't want to say deaths, but yeah, it'll be deaths, unfortunately, and that's not cool. It's just totally not cool. Hojo, how's it going, dude? They need to keep their voter base happy, yeah, because it's all about the people, the have-beens. I think that's the right word. The people that have everything, and not the
have and have-nots.
Yeah, not the have-nots. So. Yeah, that's yeah. Snorter Poopers, yeah, most California politicians are mentally ill too. Well, this is true. So, yeah, if you need to solve a problem, I guess that's the way they think they can do it. And Ludrod, yeah, you gotta scoot. Gotta let my bruised dogs out before work. I'll catch the rest on the replay later. Hey, not a problem, dude. It's all good. So we had that for stupid news. What else have we got in stupid news here? Well, because it's Canada. From the National Post, Ontario. The Doug Ford is such a shyster. And we got Tom back just in the nick of time. So, Ontario must pay.
Yeah.
Yeah, must pay for surgery to give trans residents both penis and vagina, said the appeals court. So the Court of Appeals says OHIP must cover surgery for a resident seeking to have both block and tackles, and that comes out of taxpayer money. So, yay! There we go. And, sorry, it's been a while. Been busy with my comic. Finally sending out issue 3. Right on, dude! Yeah! And don't worry, hey, if it's been a while, it's because you've been busy, dude. It's all good. It's all good, man. Just glad to have you here, man. Yeah, no.
Okay,
this is what
before you continue,
Go
give
for
me
it.
1 sec.
You sound good.
How's it sound, everybody? I turned it up. It should sound better. You're still
does
booming.
sound better.
But yeah, I had to readjust the thing. So,
You sound
but
marvelous.
yeah, that's dumb. Thank you.
Yeah,
but
it
yeah,
is.
that's dumb. First of all, what the hell? You need one piece. Sure, I'm going to say this right now on this particular thing. I've met transsexual people that they get surgery when they're older, and they do it to feel that, but they're not loud. They just want to live a quiet life, and it helps
Yep.
their mental health. Good for them. But these idiots, they don't know what they want. They're morons. Look at me. Shut up. Go away.
Yeah.
It's a mental disease. We need to bring mental hospitals back, and these people need help. So, yeah.
Yep. Snowderpoopus, isn't Ontario an old nature word, meaning we're really dumb here? Yes, I can confirm that, being born in Toronto. So, 100%.
What happened last night was because of them, pretty much. So.
Yep. Pretty much, because as soon as Atlantic Canada and Quebec and Ontario vote, it's pretty much a done deal. And the rest of us don't matter.
Say something like your elections were fortified.
Yes, you could say that.
That's kind of what happened to our elections.
Put it this way, our
4
elections.
years ago, 5 years ago, or whatnot.
Oh,
Put it
yeah.
this way, Pop. When they were doing the elections, they were going shit. So enough said. Thank you, China.
Yeah, exactly. But, yeah, this is something I do not want. Well, it doesn't matter anymore because we got a liberal government, and until the West separates, this is what our tax dollars go towards too. And I didn't vote for it. I didn't want it. And you know what? And if somebody wants a surgery done, it should come out of their pockets, not mine. So it's as simple as that.
Yeah, especially a body part. Like, how about you help my eyes or my diabetic feet or diabetes?
There we go.
Or cancers. That's the ones you should be paying for, not somebody's.
Yeah. But you know what? Before we get ahead of ourselves, we're half an hour in. And yeah, that's the retardedness that's happening in the world today. All the super news on this channel. And I'm glad for all of your comments, that being said. So, what a fun show today so far. Okay, well, and see Tim, God, Tim, I love you, man. Use a useful Chinese phrase. I wish I could pronounce them. Calgon, take me away. Yes. Calgon, take me away. Well, all the wontons I can eat all day. So there you go. Let's see. And sort of poops. Yeah, will they cover the cost for brain implants? This could be really useful. Well, this is what I'm hoping. So, but it probably wouldn't do any good. So we can only hope. Vince Womack. Can I understand pay for my penis enlargement? Yeah, they probably would. So if you can
How
prove
about
that.
Come on,
Yeah.
if you're going to give that to these people, why not us lowly guys that are just average? Come on, help us out.
That's right, yeah. You know, we need to get ahead in the game somehow. Yeah. I would love a body transplant. This one's too broken. Dude, I feel you. I know exactly what you're talking
Amen.
about. Yes. And, yeah, are you going to cover the NASCAR 2025 Spunk Race? I heard it's CGI enhanced. That's what she said. Yeah, right. I'm sure that person that wanted to take on like 1,000 guys probably would have something to say about that, and she'd probably be okay with it. So, anyway, so let's talk about Avengers Secret Wars.
Wait. Before you go into that, can I bring something up? It's not in one of your news articles.
Okay, fine.
It's disgusting, though.
Okay.
And everybody hears of the OF site for girls, right? They
Right.
Do you know they have girls that are pretending to be Down syndrome? That's a big fad now.
I've heard about this.
What the hell?
I haven't the faintest idea.
And it's popular. They give themselves an AI Down syndrome face. It's not real. They're using other models, but they use an AI to make them look Down syndrome. And it's very popular. I'm like, what is wrong with people? What the hell?
I can't explain that one, dude. I really can't. It's like,
I don't know.
yeah. Tim says, I'm one of those people who will listen to both sides of the issue, but sometimes Jesus tap dancing Christ. What the hell is wrong with you? Yeah, precisely, right?
By the quick
Precisely.
question, does somebody have headphones on or not? Because I can hear my echoing voice.
I got headphones on,
I
but
have headphones.
yeah.
Okay, yeah, I hear my voice echo. It's weird. Anyway,
It's
a weird
only
audio
because
day.
Tom
blame
is
the
mad as
voters.
hell, and yes.
Blame the voters. Blame the stupid voters of our country. Damn you.
He's mad as hell, and he's not gonna take it anymore. Oh man! But speaking of mad as hell, this is from Cosmic Book News. Yay! More Avengers Secret Wars spoilers, but this time it's from X-Men writer Chris Claremont, who's leaking huge details. So this is very interesting. Now, to many of you guys out there, hey, and especially seeing how we got a couple of comic book guys like Al Nickerson and Hojo, Chris Claremont, if you don't know who Chris Claremont is, you've probably been hiding under the proverbial comic rock for decades. He is the biggest X-Men writer in Marvel who's ever been, pretty much. Pod can probably back me up on that too. So can Tom. So, if anybody made X-Men history ever, besides, Jack Kirby creating them, would be Chris Claremont. He is Mr. X-Man. So, and if anybody knows X-Men, it's definitely Chris Claremont. Well, he's leaked some stuff about the Secret Wars movie coming out. And, oh boy, some of these are actually a little bit juicy and a little bit telling. And I wonder if he's going to get maybe a little bit into trouble for this, but probably not, and it doesn't matter. Because in the end, is anybody really going to see this after some of the Marvel stuff that's come out recently?
Don't know.
I mean, that
Maybe.
Maybe.
I'm trying to get enthused about anything MCU related at this point, and I don't know.
That's a good answer, actually.
If I forget everything I know about the comic books and ignore everything actors say in social media, I might be tempted to give Fantastic Four a watch, but even then, that's just, I don't know.
Yeah. John Peterson says, misdirection. Don't take it as for gospel. You know what? It very well may be. More than likely.
What I might go see, and I if I can get the money, I'm going to go see Thunderbolts. If anything looks like a surprise hit, I think that could be good.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I know. I think you might be right on that.
I'm cautiously optimistic because there's no expectations there. So it's like,
Yeah. Well, let's see what this has to say here. So, whoops! Legendary X-Men comic book writer Chris Claremont has apparently dropped some massive leaks and spoilers for Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars. So, Chris Claremont, who obviously is the most famous X-Men writer of all time, bar none, recently appeared at a panel at the Huntsville Pop Culture Expo 2025 and talked about the MCU. Pretty interesting. So I hope somebody got video of that. Yeah. So we can guess that Claremont might know specific details about the flicks due to getting credit for writing the X-Men, similar to how Jim Starlin knew about Thanos in Infinity War and Endgame. And, well, yeah, because Jim Starlin actually was involved a little bit when it came to the MCU movies, because, let's face it, it's one of Jim Starlin's greatest characters that he came up with and fleshed out and everything, really. So, let's see. And Marvel Studios announced the cast, as we all know by now, obviously, of Avengers Doomsday, which includes the Fox X-Men characters. And, of course, Feige has confirmed a new age of mutants will be following Secret Wars and likely to take part in, or likely to, in part, adapt some of Claremont's comics, which would be actually kind of amazing if that actually does happen, if they do stick to that lore. Vince Womack says, not really excited for that movie, still wondering if that's Tony or a variant of Victor. Tony did infuse at least one armor of his with magic. Oh, you're about to find out, Vince. Patamonomy says, yeah, I can wait for everything to stream. I don't blame you. The one thing I want to see in the theater right now is Revenge of the Sith. Totally 100%. And Anti-Derivative Jill, how's it going?
Hello.
Nice to see ya.
Yeah.
Right on. We got Anti-Derivative Jill partaking in the fun. I love
As
Jill.
always, thank you all for joining us today.
That's right. So I'm just so glad that you missed out on that intro.
Oh, yes. Understandable, but pretty rough.
Yeah, I know. It was rough, just like our country right now. So obvious spoilers for what follows. So we might be, I'm just going to say we might be getting into a little bit of spoiler territory. And you know what? I'm okay with that. Because many of us have said,
We just don't care. Let's be honest. We don't care.
yeah, right.
Whatever.
Right. That's pretty much it. Comic. I thought the most famous X-Men writer was Caitlyn Jenner. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Well.
Okay.
You might not be wrong.
Maybe in a alternate multiverse sort of thing, like
yeah.
Multiverse.
Yeah, exactly, right. Oh my God. And Ray Corsim, hey dude, how's it going? Howdy y'all.
Hello.
It's good to support you, Mike. Thanks, man. I appreciate you, man. See, I can't even talk right now. No, dude, I appreciate you and Gary and all of you guys over at Manorama. So thanks, dude. Yeah, that was an X-Man, so not X-Men. It's true, right?
Well played.
Well played. Oh, man. I wonder if he's regretting certain things in his life right now. So, inside secretly, he's probably screaming to himself.
Damn you! God damn you all to hell!
So, oh man, it's pretty much like everybody in Canada right now. Okay, so yeah, spoilers. Do we care? Probably not. But you know what? We're gonna go through them anyway and see the validity of these possible spoilers. Yeah, Caitlyn Jenner doesn't have to also do that again. I bet. No, he probably doesn't. So, 100%. Okay, so spoilers. So Robert Downey Jr. playing multiple characters. Okay, so Claremont drops the bomb on Robert Downey Jr. is playing multiple characters. So it's, as we know, he's going to be, Doctor Doom, woohoo, which is just terrible, I think. But Claremont says Robert Downey Jr. is playing 4 characters. And I'm like, how in the world is that possible? So he said at this con, has anyone seen the commercial for the 50 superheroes, 4 supervillains, not X-Men movie, almost sounds like it. You better believe it. The Marvel movie that's in production now, I mean, we've got Robert Downey Jr. playing an evil person, Iron Man. Wait, that's confusing. And then he's playing 2 other roles. And I'm like, what? So he's playing an Iron Man. He's playing Doctor Doom and 2 others?
That makes no sense. Now they're just making it
No.
dumb.
It's gotta be. I mean, it's gotta be. Exactly, Vince. Yeah, I have no more F's to give.
Yeah, no, that's why I said
Oh, man.
Thunderbolts has no attachment to it. It just looks like a fun film, so I don't have to worry. This is tied into everything. Like, I just don't care. I'm done. They're going in a direction I don't care about anymore. I'm done. It was done back in Endgame, in my opinion. Start over.
Yeah. Endgame was a appropriately named movie because it was the end of that phase of Marvel, and you get the sense that they really didn't have a plan after that.
No.
Yeah.
Not a clue. They were
lost. And John says, yeah, a bunch of different Tonys, just like Jackman did with Wolverine and Deadpool 3. It'll be a multiverse wade through to find the right Tony. Yeah, you know what? And that actually might be it. This silly multiverse thing that they're playing on, that probably they just have to just get it done and over with, maybe. I don't know.
It should have been done over long ago, though. I just don't care anymore.
Right. Because, you still have the Kang thing that you got to solve, and now you got the stupid multiverse thing.
They're going to leave that hanging. They're not going to resolve that.
Yes, just like the Celestial in the Earth.
They're going to leave that unresolved. They'll kind of ignore it, like, oh, it didn't happen. La 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 la. Didn't happen.
Yeah, I know. I'm so sick and tired of multiverse. I know, right? You know what? And this is why I don't mind spoiling these spoilers, because it's the way to look at it is this. Let's find out how ridiculous this might end up being. Right? Mm-hmm. Because, yes, like what you said, Pop, Endgame, that was it. That was like, the proverbial perfect ending right there. And that was it. Perfect. Done. That's it. Everything else just la-di-da-di-da. Oh, that's a thing? Okay, well, whatever. So, let's see how ridiculous this gets. I can't wait. So, then you got Chris Evans, okay? And apparently, because like rumor says, he's going to be playing multiple characters as well. So, according to Chris Claremont, all right, he'll be playing Captain Hydra.
No, thank you.
As one of the Marvel comics that was out, the Hail Hydra bit. So, and he says, but then Chris Evans is playing Captain America, a young Captain America, evil Captain America, Captain Hydra, or something like that. Lord Hydra, whatever. It's like, why didn't they just cast the original Avengers as all the characters, villains, assistants, sidekicks? Yes, right? Why didn't you?
Okay, I'm going to say this right now. Excuse my language, but this looks to be a clusterfuck. I'm sorry.
It does now.
This is stupid.
It is. Titan, how's it going, man? Nice to see ya.
Franco had to take off, so thank you, Franco. See you.
Oh, Franco, yeah, you got to get going, dude. Hey, not a problem. Take care, and yeah, hey, catch her on the rewind, dude. Catch her on the rewind. Great that you can hear. Been here, man. And yeah, it's America's ass, not Hydra's ass. Not this Captain Hydra. This Captain's Hydra belongs to evil. So, oh my God, Captain Hydra, why would you even play on that one particular stupid story? It's just whatever.
We just have to wait and see, because it's no telling what they're really, between now and when it's actually released. We have no idea. This
Yeah.
could be false false news put out there to throw reviewers and pundits off.
Could be,
Here's,
yes.
Here's what might be happening, or it just
Yeah.
might be a ruse to keep everybody guessing,
Yeah, that could be too.
and also gauge possible interest in the
Yeah.
general movie-going audience here.
Yeah, you never know. You know, maybe the extra Robert Downey Jr. characters, maybe they might do something like this, right? Is that, like he said, that Robert Downey Jr. playing two other characters, maybe the other one of the two is finding another Tony Stark, a good Tony Stark, and another Captain America, like you said, like a young Captain America, or just, Captain America. And maybe you have multiverse Avengers battling evil multiverse Avengers in this as well. I know that sounds like kind of a long shot.
It's convoluted. I mean, no matter what they
It
do
is.
at this point, they have too many irons in the fire, so to speak, as far as stories go. I'm getting the impression, or it feels like to me, and they're trying to find a way of bringing everything together,
Yeah.
no matter how convoluted it is story-wise, and interweaving these stories to make it all make sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's kind of interesting from a writing point of view. I can't figure out where they're going with it. Like I said, we just have to wait and see, or until we see the first official trailer drop.
True.
Because they'll release a trailer like 6 months before the actual movie.
Exactly. Vince Womack, slap one tentacle from groping that ass and two will replace it. Oh, God. Pat wanted me. You have a nice tight bodies there, mein Capitan. So, my God. And Titan, yeah, it's Hollywood. They feel closer with the villains. They don't understand heroism.
Yeah.
That's true. And like I said,
too much time deconstructing heroes.
It's Marvel. I have no faith in them anymore. I've lost faith. I don't care anymore.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't even go to. Like I said, I haven't been to a theater movie in a while besides Deadpool and Wolverine, and I will go see the other maybe, but I just don't care. It doesn't have the
Right.
same value. It's not there anymore. It's just
it doesn't.
start over.
And hey, AJ Sauerhacker, how's it going, man? At this point, there's too little trust from fans to be playing games with unpopular, controversial decisions. Exactly. You can't play around with this. You just have to have a solid story. But like I said, these are rumors, and might as well just have fun with them at this point. So Scarlet Witch, oh yay. Because I thought she was dead or something, but whatever.
I don't hate Scarlet Witch. I know the TV series didn't bone. I mean,
Yeah.
Elizabeth Olsen, she's a good actress, actually. She's the best of the Olsen sisters. I like the character, too. She's a badass. Scarlet Witch is a powerful character.
Oh, yeah.
The TV series kind of ruined it a little, but I think the movies did her justice, at least.
Yeah, WandaVision started off kind of interesting, and then they
Yeah.
went way off into
Way
left
off,
field.
way off.
Oh,
Like,
totally.
Oh,
I-
they've really messed things up.
Now, Claremont also confirms, he confirms, but we don't know, so that's why we're having fun with this, confirms that Elizabeth Olsen will be back as Scarlet Witch, even though she said she is not. Okay, so this is what Chris Claremont says, okay? Apparently, after denying it vigorously for at least a year, What's-Her-Face is coming back as Widow, not the Widow, Scarlet. No, not just Scarlett Johansson. What's her face? I love it that he can't remember her name. So yeah, maybe it's old age. Maybe he just doesn't give a damn about Elizabeth Olsen. You had the giant rock fall on Scarlet Witch. Oh, Elizabeth, Scarlet Witch, right? Yeah. So I mean, So she's coming back, not only a Scarlet Witch, but a good Scarlet Witch, you know? So I don't know if that means Vision's coming back. So
Don't forget multiverse. That's how they explain all this.
yes, everything is explained by multiverse. So,
Yeah.
oh man. Hey, Anima, how's it going?
Yes, hello there.
Hi, nerds. Hello, Anima. Nice to see ya.
Just in time for comic book snooze.
Exactly. So I love it. What's her face? Oh my God. So okay, so Famke Janssen, I loved her playing Marvel Girl, Jean Grey. Okay, so allegedly, okay, she's back, and another bomb dropped by Chris Claremont that Famke Janssen, who played Jean Grey in the Fox movies, will be back. So this will be interesting. So Claremont says she will be back as Phoenix. Oh God, please don't fuck this up. So it's my understanding. Yeah, you can. God, groan. It's my understanding that one of Feige's favorite X-Men stories from the comics is Phoenix Saga. Of course, read by Claremont, because that was a damn good storyline.
Are they going to take yet another stab at butchering the Phoenix character? I mean, they've
Probably.
done it twice.
I know, right?
For third time be the charm? Who knows? I mean, interesting. They have, 30, 40, 50 years of comic book lore and history, and they keep taking stabs at storylines and really messing them up.
Yeah, right?
It's no telling what they'll do with it now.
Yeah. And he says, it's like all original X-Men are coming back. For 2 weeks, we didn't know if Famke Janssen would come back. But now Famke is coming back. But she's coming back as Phoenix. So, this is rather...
They're bringing everything in except the kitchen sink at this point.
I know.
And that's only a matter of time. They'll introduce a character named Kitchen Sink or some derivative of it. Well, we know you've hit rock bottom when you get desperate enough to make up a new character called Kitchen Sink.
Right.
Just so you can say, we've brought in the Kitchen Sink.
Exactly. And FKC, hey, Tim, thank you very much for another $1.80 super chat. I appreciate you, man. You know what? I'm going to have to play another one for him. Just because he's such a good supporter, and I love you. And let's see what else. Oh yeah, that's right. And because you did the previous other 2 super chats there, 3 super chats, I'm gonna have to play. Let's see, something kind of weird for you because this is all totaling up. Yes, this one. And that one, Tim.
Nightmare fuel.
I gotta get an AI
that one's
program.
for you.
I'm seriously gonna get an AI program. I want to start making videos like this. This is fun.
And Anima, that's right. It's your birthday on Friday. It's your birthday on Friday. Yes. And thank you, Tim.
Happy early birthday.
Happy early birthday to Anima. And let's see, what can I play? What can I play for Anima? Let's see. For Anima, this is for you to do to Gary what he does to all of us.
Oh, today I want to welcome you all, and I want to talk about violence against children. It is a big no-no.
There we go.
That'll never grow old.
I never get tired of that one. So, what the fuck was that? You guys don't spend it. I know. Yeah, you guys don't spend enough time on this channel. So, you better be there on Friday, Mike. Yes. This is why this channel dares to be different. Why do I have a sudden urge to get a colonoscopy? Well, just eat a lot of roughage and potatoes, and you'll find out why. So,
Oh, by the way, you post the other videos, which are great. It's at a 1.6 still, so I think it's stuck at 1.6. It's not going to go any lower.
That famous, infamous movie at this point, yeah.
That's right. Yeah, exactly.
Hey, the memes keep on giving, so,
This is true. So,
I ain't got a good brain.
At least it had some good use.
That's true. Now we get to Psylocke, okay? Everybody's favorite X-Men. Gee, I wonder why. And, well, here's the thing about Psylocke coming back, okay? Chris Claremont says Psylocke will also be returning for Avengers Doomsday and or Secret Wars, but she's not Asian. Okay, so I want to clarify. Well, actually, let me read the rest of this. So that sounds like Claremont knows definite specifics about what's happening. Olivia Munn played Psylocke in X-Men Apocalypse. Okay, I was happy that she was in it because she actually deserved that part, I feel, because she looked the part, no problems whatsoever. Oh yeah. So. And we were all happy as fans to see her play Psylocke, who happens to be Chinese Vietnamese and in background, so maybe Mun won't be back in the role, but a new actress. Now I want to tell you something, whether or not you guys know your comic book history. Psylocke originally did not look Asian whatsoever. Okay, so if you are well versed enough in X-Men, she was British, and she was white. That's right, and she was a white girl, and I believe she was the sister of Captain Britain, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep, she is.
And she died, and they brought her back in another body.
Yeah, which some convoluted body swap thing where the consciousness went into another body. So things you can only get away with in comic books, like nobody's really dead, nobody really dies.
Right.
It's like, oh, your consciousness just showed up elsewhere.
Because X-Men never die. So this it's true, So he says, well, apparently Psylocke is coming back, but she's no longer Asian, still wearing the same outfit. So there we go. We got a little something. But it looks like we might be getting original Psylocke instead of I don't want to say the updated Psylocke, but because that Psylocke's been around for over 30 years. So, yeah. Mm-hmm. That's right. See, John knows. Chuck helped swap her into a body that was brain dead. Exactly. Yeah. So she's in a loner, essentially. Padawannabe. Well, Psylocke was a British woman in an assassin's body, right? I don't know what she looked like before. Never mind, you're talking about other things. Hey, not a problem. So there you go. And same outfit. That's not cool. I know, right?
She had a completely different costume and look. And her British iteration, I guess, or British version of the character.
Yeah, right. So, yeah, I suppose you got to make some sort of
40, 50 years of comic book lore and whatnot. It's all over the place.
Exactly. And AJ Stark Hiker says, yep, Betsy and Brian Braddock, a.k.a. Psylocke and Captain Britain. That's right. 2 peas in a pod. So, that being said, I wonder if we might see actually Captain Britain. And as we've heard certain quote-unquote rumors, maybe a certain other British actor will be actually Captain Britain. If you know what I'm talking about. You never know.
He might be playing Wolverine, though, again, too. There's still a rumor on that. So.
The Calverine.
Yeah, they're still talking about it.
So
my interest will be piqued if they announce they're going to bring back Brie Larson as Captain.
Oh, God, no!
And then introduce Rogue.
Oh, yeah, well, I'd like to see an actual good Rogue.
Yeah, I mean, that's where Rogue gets her much of her superpowers and abilities are from when she fought Captain Marvel.
Yep.
And absorbed pretty much all of Captain Marvel's powers.
That's right.
Captain Marvel into a coma, of course, and then having part of her psyche or consciousness and Rogue's mind.
Yep.
So that could be interesting if they manage
That
to pull
would-
that off.
That would be rather interesting. Yep, capitalize Captain Britain. That's what I want to see. That's what I want to see.
Yeah.
And Titan, yeah, you think we're getting original Psylocke? Dare to dream, CRC. I know. But if, and this is only saying if, because these are rumors, we don't know if they're true, but we're going to have fun with it at least a little bit here. You know, if she's not Asian, then that can more than likely only seem like original Psylocke. You never know. That's what I'm saying, right?
It could be interesting because it could be a way of rebooting the whole MCU, because they could be actually looking at a way of planning out the next 10, 15, 20 years of Marvel films.
Yeah.
So yeah, this could be this could get your hopium levels up.
Exactly. And the thing is, if Feige, because what was it? Because it sounds like Claremont. Oh no, wait a minute. Hold on here. What did he say? It's my understanding that one of Feige's favorite X-Men stories from the comics is the Phoenix Saga. So if Feige has been talking to Claremont, right? Then maybe, all I'm saying is maybe, he might be working with Feige to actually bring about maybe a half-decent storyline to bring Marvel back, is what I'm saying. You never know. But this, again, it's all rumor. And Titan says, yeah, and they said she is not Asian. Could mean Psylocke, could be a he. Oh, my God. You know what? Why wouldn't that surprise me either? And hey, Canadian Spider-Man, how's it going?
Spider-Man, hello.
Dude, nice to see you, man. And we got to get Canadian Spider-Man over 100 subs. We gotta. Because he has been all around the community. I mean, you know, not just Tom and Pop Culture Republic, you know, because we keep on plugging the shows here, and we want these guys to be built up too. But Canadian Spider-Man, you have been on every channel, and everybody knows you. We need to get Canadian Spider-Man like over 100. We need to do that for you, dude. So, okay.
Well, he's an awesome guy. He is.
Yeah.
Well worth it. Definitely.
Wolverine. So, Chris Claremont continues dropping big bombs, but interestingly enough, he says this one is a rumor. So maybe it's discussions he had with people in the industry, as I believe it hasn't hit the net as of yet, but Claremont says Wolverine kills off an important character. Why wouldn't that surprise me? So, Claremont says, there's a rumor that Wolverine is going to kill somebody important. Can only imagine who that would be, which would I'm just here thinking, why are you going to do this and make us wait 3 years for the first X-Men movie? Why don't you just make this first X-Men movie? Who cares about the Avengers?
Yeah. Exactly.
Applause. There you go. It's been 20 years. Get it right, you know? There we go. This from the daddy of X-Men. And yes, I'm going to say it that way. So there you go. Chuck or Doom. I'm going to say Doom. So that's
possibly, or Chuck.
Yeah.
I mean, it could go either way.
You never know, right? So, but yeah, it wouldn't surprise me that Wolverine kills somebody because he's the best at what he does. So, Fantastic Four. Okay, so yeah, I know. So he comments about the Fantastic Four, which is something that we already knew, that the MCU won't feature an origin story because we don't need it. And they announced tie-in MCU comic book that also confirmed that the FF have been around for 4 years. So yes, Marvel is doing a tie-in comic book, okay? And it relieved a little bit of spoilers. So he says, oh, and the FF are coming back. Oh wait, they're already back. Or will be already back in July. And it'll be established, apparently, that the FF will have been back for 3 years when they run into Galactus. And it's like, yeah, but shouldn't he be taller? It's like, taller. In the comic books, it's like Godzilla is taller. So why not now? You know, what it's like to deal with Marvel continuity? Well, he certainly knows. And Galactus' size is various. So
Yeah, but then again, Thing should have been taller though too. So, I mean,
yes, I know. Yeah,
This, that, and the other thing. The whole
Yeah.
first sentence, like, they're back again.
yes,
For the first time.
Yeah.
right. Oh my God. John Peterson, please have Mags remove Wolverine's adamantium on screen. I would
That would
love
be
to see that.
interesting.
Oh, dude, I would love to see that happen. Man, oh man, just rip it right out of him. Oof, that would be peak cinema. So Claremont also added he's fascinated in regards to what the MCU is doing with all these characters, and he says, but I'm fascinated looking at this, and they have somewhere in between 20 and 40 mainstream characters, and we're talking A plus to B plus, maybe with a couple of B's thrown in for giggles, characters in this film. That's true. So, I mean, the number of cool chairs with labels on them that they will have to have for the actors to sit in while they're waiting to be called for their scene, it would be a stretch from here to, Mississippi. So some interesting stuff. So we get Doomsday next year, May 1st, and then Secret Wars, in 2027. And I know the Russos are going to be doing this, so I know they're comic book fans, and Rancor Sieb says, "I'll show you a D plus." I bet you will. And I'm just hoping the Russos can I don't know, do something with this. That's what I'm hoping. It's an awful lot of characters to tackle, but.
Well, they have a proven track record on it, so yeah, they could pull something off.
True, and like we said, this is only rumor. So,
but I'll be honest, I don't care either way. I'm just drawn out. I don't give a crap anymore. It's like, whatever. I don't. I want something new. I want something fresh.
Yeah.
Like it's just.
Didn't we already have Secret Wars anyway with Super Skrull?
It was so bad.
Just, I know.
I haven't seen one bit of that. Haven't seen one episode of it. So yeah,
You were so lucky.
Yeah, that's the train coming to pick them up to go to the States. Let's all jump on and
yeah.
The last train out of Canada.
That's right.
States or the UK? Well, UK's not great either. Even though I got friends over there. But yeah.
Yeah, and going over the Atlantic would be problematic. So, That's right. You will get on the cars and you will file in an orderly fashion. So,
did you hear they want to make a tunnel here from Atlantic Canada all the way to the UK underneath the ocean?
That is the most retarded thing ever.
A big highway underneath the ocean. So.
Oh man, you'd have a better chance of going over to Russia. So, with a bridge, but. Anyway, so seeing that we're relatively a little bit past the top of the hour, we'll take a brief commercial break from Japan, because at least something there is still entertaining. But this is slightly old, but you might enjoy it. So enjoy. So if you want to drink something new from Japan, even though it came from the 80s, Bakari Sweat. And if you don't recognize who that woman was, I'll let you in. Cindy Crawford.
Nice.
Huh.
Right?
By the way, the transatlantic tunnel is a theoretical thing they're working on. Just a heads up. It is going to happen, they're saying.
Wow.
I don't want Brits over here. I'm sorry, I just don't.
I don't mind the Brits. If you're here legally, you can. Yeah.
Well, give them a pathway to flee their country.
Well, yeah, that's true, I suppose. So we can make Canada more British. Yay. Titan says, yeah, never fear. Parts of Canada might still be the 52nd state after Greenland, of course. Yeah, I agree with that wholeheartedly.
51, 52, 53. Yeah.
Tim, you heard of that drink? Really?
Wow.
I had no idea. Canadian Spider-Man, yeah, Pocari Sweat was a huge drink in Japan in the 2000s too. Really? There you go. Now you know. Nice.
Yeah, it tastes like the name.
Tastes like the name. Like Sidney Crawford Sweat. Oh, man. Well, and now we come to the fun part of the show. Which is the next article. So, okay. Well, coming up, it happens to be, well, it's Oscar time. And, oh boy, I'm going to have fun with this one. Oscars are coming up, and this from Variety, because I was kind of searching for news.
Finally, the fun part.
Yeah, finally the fun part. Oh, we're going to tear.
Now we're having fun. We weren't having fun before, but now
No.
it's a fun part.
Exactly. Yes. So this from Variety, the Academy sets new Oscar rules for 2025. You need to watch all the nominated films to vote in a category. And no, you don't. No, not really. So other new rules and guidelines include cinematography shortlist, new casting awards, and AI usage. Oh boy, AI usage. Love it. So, that's right, the Oscars are completely irrelevant. Completely. Nobody watches them anymore. No.
I haven't watched in years.
Nobody watches.
Pay me to watch it. I'll watch it then. Like, give me some money, then I'll watch it.
Yeah, you give me money.
Exactly.
I'll watch it. Exactly, yeah.
That's right. Oscars, is anybody still watching them?
No. Are they even
no.
relevant?
No, they're not. I mean, you got the Oscars, you got Emmys, and this just happens to be the 98th annual 98th. So they're 2 years away from total 100% collapse when 100 years hits, because by the way things are going and stuff like that, it might as well be. Yes, the Oscars brought to you by ChatGPT. Exactly.
I can't even remember the last time I watched an Oscars or Emmy like that. It might have been in the 80s.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, same.
When it was...
Culture was good. Things weren't like they are now. And basically, the culture didn't suck.
Right. Exactly. But, oh boy. We're so gonna tear this apart. So with the Oscars, the Academy, I love it how they still call it an Academy. They might as well just call it I don't know, Room with Crayons or something like that. Preschool, something like that. I don't know. I can't think of a quippy remark. Yeah, there you go. The Kindergarten of Motion Pictures, Arts and Sciences. Remember, believe the science has approved new award rules. I kind of love this. Updated campaign promotional regulations and key dates for the upcoming 98th Oscars. Oh, yeah. So remember, if anybody's been a long time watcher of this, I did this like about 2 years ago with a few other people. I'm not sure, Pop, if you might have been there when we were chatting about the rules. I don't know. But the nominations might have been. The nominations voting period will run from Monday, January 12th through Friday, January 16th. Official nominees will be announced on blah, 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 bunch of dates, and nobody cares. So, because nobody really watches the Oscars anymore. So, among notable changes are revised voting requirements, the introduction of an achievement in casting awards, the clarified guidance on the use of general artificial intelligence in film production. You might as well just say AI usage. The updated rules also include expanded eligibility for international filmmakers and new submission deadlines across several categories. Okay, well, that's where I kind of wanted to end it there. Well, maybe kind of end it there. In a key procedural shift, Academy members are now required to view all nominated films within a category to be eligible to vote in the final round. While it's surprising this wasn't already a formal requirement, somehow I don't think that's factually true. It's like, watch my own stuff and agree that it's good. And whichever one is better out of, whatever that you're watching, that whatever, that Hollywood makes no sense.
How could you have made a judgment if you never watched it? You should have been watching it from the beginning.
Right.
It should be a thing. Like, what the hell?
Yeah, right? Questions remain about how the Academy plans to verify compliance and enforce the rules. Well, this is what we're gonna tear apart here. Oh man, Annabelle, that's an insult to kindergarten kids. Yeah, I know. Yeah. I'm sorry. Think of the children. Most of them make more sense than the Oscars. That's true.
Actually, I used to be an assistant kindergarten teacher. That's true. They are smarter than them.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Two celebs enter. Two celebs enter. One celeb leaves. In a flying fisticuffs battle of the ages. Oh my God. Vince Womack, they must have consulted with Rank or Steve on scientific accuracy. Yes, they could have. So, Snorter Boopers, watch all the films. No one deserves that kind of punishment.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, right?
Even Siskel and Ebert drew the line at some point.
I know, right? Tim says, how can you enforce or even know people watch the whole film? Right? Yes, exactly. They could just put the film on fast. Exactly. Like at 2 times the speed or something like that. How do you know?
Everybody sounds like chickmunks.
Yeah. It's like what? You make an appointment or something like that, and they all got to be there, and you got to lock the doors and make sure they never leave or something like that. Like. Yeah, Vince, I like this one. Bring back Celebrity Deathmatch, this time in live action. Yes. I'm okay with that. And only the strong will survive. There can be only one. Well, let's go through some of these rules from the Academy. Shall we? Oh, yes. Because this... Oh, my God. Oh, my God. The Fight Corrupt could also seriously improve the choice of wardrobe at these events. Yeah, that's true. So this is the rules, okay? Representation and inclusion standards. Oh my God, it just gets better and better. I would be surprised if the Academy makes it to 100 years at this point. So it says right here, okay? The Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences representation and inclusion standards for Oscars eligibility in Best Picture category are designed to encourage these stupid words. Equitable representation on and off screen to better reflect the diverse global population. Oh boy, this should be really good now. Submitting a confidential Academy Inclusion Standards form, RAISE as they call it, and meeting 2 out of 4 of the standards will be required for the film to be eligible for Best Picture consideration. In addition, the film must complete the Best Picture expanded theatrical run criteria to qualify. So if you want your film to win an Oscar, you gotta meet 2 of the 4 standards for essentially all DEI stuff. Right?
Well, okay. What if you're representing, like let's go say a Nordic thing where it's just Vikings, where it was very people of color, and you know they're not gonna. Oh wait, they've done that before. You know,
Right.
Is that not going to qualify? Isn't that racist against white people? Oh wait, you can't be racist against white people, I guess.
No, that's right. So no honky senses, Tim.
We've
Yeah.
already seen this crop up before. We've seen this in the BBC's own standards for television shows. And whatnot.
What?
Exactly.
No.
No honkies in, and I'm
Nothing
a proud
new.
honky. So.
Oh God, this is getting better and better. This is so ridiculous. Standard.
Oh, look at that. There we go.
Oh yeah.
The list.
Standard A. On-screen representation, themes, and narratives. Now, I want to point out something here. Seeing how we just covered like the MCU and you know and all these other films that are going to be coming out. This is how they're all going to be judged. Now, of course, I don't expect any Oscar to be won for an MCU movie, DC movie, or anything like that. It's not going to happen. Never going to happen.
Can I say something here?
Sure.
Notice what they say. There's no white people involved in this.
Oh yeah, no, of course not. No,
That's
you can't.
racist.
Yeah.
Isn't it? Like, come on.
No, you silly person. So, A1, lead or significant supporting actors from unprecedented racial or ethnic groups. So, a film can achieve this standard by meeting the criteria of at least one of the following areas. At least one of the lead actors or significant supporting actors submitted for Oscar consideration is from an underrepresented racial or ethnic group in a specific country or territory of production. So, yes. So this may include an African American, Black, African, and or Caribbean descent. East Asian, including Chinese, Japanese, Korean, and Mongolian. I'm so glad they're including Mongolia because they're so underrepresented.
Give me some Mongolian music in a film. That's awesome.
There you go, right? Hispanic or Latino, or Latinx. I'm sure Mexican Iron Man would just be popping a vein right now in his head.
Right.
Indigenous people, including Native American or Alaskan Native. We generally call them Inuit here in Canada. So there you go. Middle Eastern or North African. A Pacific Islander. Like, you're naming every country on the planet, for the love of God.
Not white people.
Yeah, but white people. South Asian, including Bangladeshi, Bhutanese, Indian, Nepal people, nipples, Pakistani and Sri Lankan. While you get Southeast Asians, including Burmese, Cambodian, Filipino, Hmong, Indonesian, Laotian, Malaysian, May, Singaporean, Thai, and Vietnamese. Why not just say all of Asia?
How about just say everybody but white? Simple.
There we go.
You know, and by the way, there's some amazing indigenous films and television series. North to 60. I don't know if you ever watched that. That was really good.
Yeah, that was really good.
And I grew up with Asian cinema. I love Asian cinema. I do. I love Asian cinema. But come on, you should. What if the story doesn't include anybody of a different ethnicity? It's just white people. That's not. What if it's a brilliant film, well written? It's about what the hell? That's so stupid.
Yeah, if that's the case, then that Robin Hood movie that came out back in the 90s, you know, with Kevin Costner, should have won an Oscar for having oh my God, why am I drawing a blank in the name? Morgan Freeman in it.
Yeah.
So, you know, because that was such a brave and stunning movie. Vince was like, yeah, how dare you? John Wayne is Mongolian, I think. Yes, didn't he play a Mongolian in one movie? I do believe it was, what was it, Genghis Khan or something like that? Yeah. Oh my God!
And by the way, nobody here is racist. I'm not gonna
No.
I love the Mongolian I love all these cultures. I love their films. It's just, how about let a story tell a story? If it just happens to involve just white people, it should tell the story. If it happens to have people of other colors, good. But if it's not part of a story, don't be forced to include it. That's stupid.
Exactly. So 1917 wouldn't get any nominations then. No, I guess not. So no, that's true. So let's see what else have they got here. Okay, so A2, general and ensemble cast. Okay, at least 30% of all actors not submitted for Oscar considerations are from at least 2 underrepresented groups, which may include women, racial or ethnic group, the LGBTQ plus community, people with cognitive or physical disabilities, or who are deaf or hard of hearing. Well, you got to check those boxes somehow, of sorts.
What?
So
what? I can't. What?
What?
This is utter. Excuse me. This is utter bullshit. Oh my god! I'm just getting angrier and angrier by the minute.
So if we do a movie about Vikings, they got to be black, and they got to be all women, and probably part of the LGBTQ community.
It'll be a bunch of lesbians. Yes.
Yes, exactly. Lesbian black Viking women. There we go.
Yes.
We're gonna do Vikings. That's what we're gonna do.
I can hear if Jason's listening right now. He wants to punch the screen.
Oh yeah, probably. Yeah. Just women underrepresented? No. So 2 words: black mermaid. Yes. Right. Yes. Oh my God! I know.
This is every bit as. This is just like the BBC's own DEI diversity
yes.
guidelines that they're wanting. Is like every TV show on BBC must be 20% of this, 10% of that, 50% such and such thing.
Yeah, that's right.
How about movies and TV shows on their own merits and the quality of the writing and storytelling and
nothing to do with
growth
DEI
and development?
bullshit.
And that's right, Anima. Whenever you do Vikings, they cannot be redheads. That's right. Because if that's the case, then they should have done this.
They're pretty good, except for one little problem. That little guy right there, he is nipple number 5. A good dairy cow should have like 4.
Exactly. That's the way Snow White should have been. So exactly like that. So, isn't that right, Essay? So,
does she shave or not? Is it a he or her? We don't know.
We don't. That's the surprise that we won't find out until the end of the movie, which happens to be maybe 3 hours long. A3. So the main storyline and subject matter. Here we go. The main storylines or themes or narrative of the film is centered on an unprecedented group, which would either be women, a racial or ethnic group, the LGBTQ plus community, or people with cognitive or physical disabilities who are deaf or hard of hearing. So there you go. That's what the story has to be about. So that's why you got this.
I got a good brain.
And that's what would make it eligible for an Oscar right there.
I'm officially done. Hollywood is just trash now. This is just stupid. Let's not worry about story. Let's just have a bunch of DEI things and it'll be special.
That's right.
This is why I enjoy K-dramas. There's a world of entertainment out there. Korean dramas, Japanese dramas, anime, for those who like anime. I will even sit down and enjoy anything out of Bollywood because some of those films are amazing.
Oh, they're awesome.
Next election, I'm voting for Pedro. I know, right? Oh, my God.
Vote for Pedro.
Okay.
A better job with Canada, that's for sure. Yeah.
That's right. Because everybody would get along. God. Okay, so standard B. Oh yeah. Creative. Told you we were going to have fun with this. Creative leadership and project team. Okay. So here we go. Let's see here. Okay. A film can achieve this standard by meeting the criteria of at least one of the following areas. B1, creative leadership and department heads. Now, at least 2 of the following creative leadership positions and department heads: casting director, cinematographer, composer, costume designer, director, editor, hairstylist, makeup artist, producer, production designer, set director, sound, VFX supervisor, writer, are from the unprecedented group at which at least one of these positions must belong to somebody from an underrepresented racial or ethnic group. So you have to at least they're only asking for one. Just one. Okay? You guys
Okay,
can
a
do
good
that,
chance there's going
right?
to be a woman in one of those positions. So there,
Whoa.
you're done. You're fine.
But can you really tell nowadays? So the underrepresented group may include. See what I did there? So the underrepresented. There we go. The underrepresented group may include women, racial or ethnic group, LGBTQ, of course, because you have to get them in. People with cognitive or physical disabilities, or who are deaf or hard of hearing. I'm starting to see why on OnlyFans, like what Tom mentioned earlier, what this fetish is with having people with Down syndrome.
Yeah.
Because they need representation. Now you know. And that's a gay way to get into Hollywood, I'm guessing now, because there needs to be more representation. Oh my God! So no war films then? No, I guess not. No, can't have that. So, John Peterson, yeah. The next record-setting blockbuster will be a movie that specifically says "F you" to all of these requirements. Yes, exactly. Like, I don't know, Top Gun Maverick, which did it quite well. Because it didn't have any of that junk in it. I don't know, Sound of Freedom, which was blockbuster and which overtook the fake Indiana Jones movie as well. And
back to Ford versus Ferrari.
Yeah. Oh, that was
an
brilliant.
amazing film.
Oh, that was a good movie.
Yeah.
Man, oh man, oh man, that was so good. Tim sent me something on Facebook. So we'll get nominated since he's token black. Oh my God, yeah, totally. That's funny. Oh my God. I saw it. Okay, well, I'll have to queue up Facebook on my computer. Okay, and while I'm queuing that up, underrepresented racial or ethnic groups may include African American, Black, African, and or
again,
Caribbean.
just everybody but white's the best way to say it.
Yes, basically everybody but the average token white guy.
Yeah,
Let's put it that way.
It's just-
I might as well just say it like that. You can't have your token white guy anymore. So, AJ Star Hiker says, so by their own logic, redheads are a minority marginalized group.
Right.
There you
Yes!
go.
Where the hell are the redheads? Stop downing on redheads, damn it. What the heck?
Bingo! Bingo! Yes! You hit it on the head! 100%!
Yep.
Yes. Oh my God, you nailed it, right? Because they don't like, for some odd reasons, they don't like redheads, and they're marginalized group. Okay, I'm going to show this from Tim. Hold on here, because Tim had said, he said this. So he will get nominated then, since he's token black. Yes, just because he's probably just standing around and whatever. It's true, but it's so true. They're just. What can I say?
And again, there's amazing black actors out there. We're not downing on that. It's just
No!
The requirement for this is asinine. It makes no sense. It takes away some people's creativity. You get handcuffed if you want to get. I would say screw it. I just don't want to win an award. We just want to have a good product and a good thing. That's all. Screw the award.
So wait a minute. How are you going to enjoy all that cheese and wine without crackers? Exactly.
Damn straight.
Exactly. That's right. I want my Cracker Barrel. So, other key roles. So, B2. Okay? So, at least 6. Okay, you gotta have 6. Other crew or team and technical positions, including production assistants, are from an underrepresented racial or ethnic group. You see a pattern here? These positions are not limited to first aid, ADs, gaffers, script supervisors. Oh boy, script supervisors, etc. That's right, because if there's a problem with the script, then you definitely want to have one of these underrepresented group, at least 6 of them, which happen to be women, a racial or ethnic group, LGBTQ+, or a person with cognitive disabilities, cognitive or physical disabilities, sorry, or who are deaf or hard of hearing. Yes, because I would rather have 6 people that are script supervisors that have some sort of cognitive disability that are also LGBTQ and probably women on top of that.
And purple hair.
And purple hair, yes.
Explains
That
the
are from
lack of
another country.
writing coming out of Hollywood now.
That's right.
Do you
Right?
know an interesting stat I'm going to throw at everybody? Do you know the amount of people that are white in the world is 75.3%?
Yes. Yes.
What the hell? We kind of, and I'm
Right.
not saying this, I like all races, but we're kind of the majority race. Why are we going against the majority? It makes no sense.
I know.
Like, and
So-
I'm not speaking on the staff of a racist. There's racists out there, 100%, and they're
Oh, yeah.
excuse. But no, we don't need this forced stuff. It's going to hinder creativity. You're putting handcuffs on people to create stories, and it's stupid.
So if you're going to get a writing supervisor, then you get
question.
the...
What happens is the center has the ball first, and quarterback.
Yeah.
Oh God.
You end up with something like that. So there you go. FKC Tim says, is this even legal? Apparently. Well, because here's the thing. It's California, right? And with all the laws that they pass in California, all these stupid laws that they pass in California, that they also get government money from, sure, it can be legal. 100% it can be legal. And he said, yeah, if they get money from the government, they can't do this, which is why Hillsdale College is still around. But they can, because it's the government that's supporting this and passing all these stupid laws in California. Titan says, yeah, correct. These are racists in the world, and the vast majority of them live in Hollywood. Exactly.
Yes, exactly. And as much as I'm not, I know we argue on being a Trump fan. He needs to change the loot rules in California. He needs to step down. There's step his foot in and say, I'm taking over California. Let's bring that back to a state of normalcy instead of idiocracy.
Yeah, you could do that. Pop, now, forgive me if I'm wrong, from this poor Canadian boy up here in the Great White North.
Yeah.
Eh?
Do not states have the ability to secede from the union? You know, if they
I mean,
possibly
it goes back and forth on what rights states have. There's
yeah,
much discussion / argument about that,
yeah.
especially everything that revolves around our civil conflict and whatnot.
Can that be done in reverse? You see where I'm going with this? You know? Can you just say, you know what? California, we've had enough of your shenanigans.
We're just booting you out. Just booting you right out.
It's not you. It's us. It's us. I'm sorry. We just gotta break up. We just gotta leave you.
Along.
Oh no!
Exactly.
I just had a fear. California. There's going to be like in hockey. There's going to be a big trade. California for Alberta. Alberta will become American. California will become Canada.
Oh, there we go. I like that idea.
It's a
I
national
like that.
trade.
Fantasy. It's impossible to achieve here, but
Right.
I would like to swap the landmass known as California with Japan.
Oh, there we go. I'm okay
Oh,
with
they
that.
wouldn't take them at all. They would.
No.
Oh no.
Well, just move Japan to
Yeah.
where California is, and move California to where Japan was. That way, California is close to China.
There we go. It's a swap. It's a good swap.
Yeah.
Yeah. John, I'm only kidding around though, but you know what I mean. Canada will trade you for the population of Hollywood for some real Canadians. There we go. Well, I mean,
I heard Vancouver's mostly Asian now, so.
oh yeah, pretty much, yeah. So, only to no, I know. I was just having fun with this, so you know. And Padawan, white PO. Oh wait, white except, yeah. Well, you can't say that either. White, damn. Okay, I got it. Yeah, I'm white and I'm all right. Yes. I'm okay with being white.
If you're
So,
white Anglo-Saxon Protestant, you're just asking for it.
Yeah, I don't hate myself. I'm not a racist. I'm not a problem on the planet like they want us to believe. But I believe all people should get along. But yeah, whatever.
Vince, I love build a wall around California just like Escape from LA.
Yeah, we're doing a border wall. We could just go right past Arizona, New Mexico, then just take a sharp turn north.
Yeah.
Right along state lines. Go
art. Yeah.
California.
Art becomes life. There you go. I love that.
Exactly.
But that thing with Caucasians is wrong. Asians make up something like 60% of the world population. Well, yeah, that's true. When you got over 4 billion Chinese, for example, they're underrepresented, Anima. So, get with the times. So C, standard C. Here we are, standard C. I know, it's kind of fun with this. Industry access and opportunities. Oh, this should be good. So if you're looking for a job or access to make your film, a film can achieve this standard by meeting the criteria of at least one of the following areas. C1, paid apprenticeship and intern opportunities. Here we go. Okay, so if you want to be a filmmaker, you got to meet these criteria. So, a film's distribution or financing company has paid apprenticeships or interns that are from the following underrepresented groups and satisfy the criteria below. Gee, I wonder what that could be. Women, racial or ethnic groups, LGBTQ+, people with cognitive or physical disabilities or are deaf or hard of hearing. So the major studios, distributors are required to have substantive, ongoing paid apprenticeships and interns, underrepresented groups must also include racial and ethnic groups in most of the following departments: production and development, physical production, post-production, music, VFX, acquisitions, business affairs, distribution, marketing, and publicity. No, I didn't butcher those words whatsoever. I knew what I meant. The many major or independent studios distributors must have a minimum of 2 apprentices, interns from the above underrepresented groups, and at least 1 from the underrepresented racial or ethnic groups in at least one of the following departments: productions, development, physical production, post-production, music, VXS, blah, 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 what I mentioned before. Excuse me. So, training opportunities and skill development. So if you're going to be part of the crew, the film's production, distribution, and or financing company offers training and or work opportunities for below the line skills development to people from the following underrepresented groups. And they just happen to be, shocker, women, racial or ethnic groups, LGBTQ, or I'm going to say, or retards or people with physical disability or deaf or hard of hearing. So there you go. Yeah, I said retards, okay? Because there's no way of sugarcoating it, whatever. And at this point, I'm getting kind of ticked off because this is what's causing all these problems. So, AJ Sarger, yeah, and they wonder why people don't care that Hollywood is imploding. Exactly. Precisely. Because... no, we have to have it all in there.
Oh, no.
Why do you...
Some people from Hollywood are leaving. Mel Gibson, Mark Wahlberg, a bunch of them want to start a whole separate Hollywood out of Las Vegas, from what I heard. They want to start something new that's actually about the art of creating. They want out of that. They want to start something fresh, which I hope they do. So,
exactly.
Yeah.
Vince, yeah, okay, make a film with only men and let them prove that they are not women. Yeah, exactly, right? Because all you would have to say is, well, I identify, and they can't argue with that, can they now?
What's that cowboy TV series that's big and popular? Kevin Costner was in it, wasn't he? Or who was it?
Oh, Yellowstone?
Isn't that majority of all white people?
Oh my god!
But it's
How
supposed to
dare
be
you?
huge. But it's like very popular and over. So hello.
Yeah.
It shows it works.
Yes, but they also have native people in there, so they got a good balance going on.
Hey, anybody remember? I don't know if Americans will know this. There was a show called Beachcombers here in Canada many years ago. There was a native guy. There was Nick, who was one of the main guys. He was
Greek.
The Greek. And his best friend was an Indian. It's like a Native American, whatever. It was a great team up. It was fun. I love that show. So, yeah.
I love the fact that you said Indian.
Yes, he was Indian. That's what it was called. I had Indian friends. So, he was actually Indian, Canadian Indian. Not cross, North American Indian. So, yeah.
No, exactly, right? And it didn't matter. We didn't care. It was just part of the story, and everybody got along, and that was the whole thing, right? It's like, but when they push it, and they have to make the push, it's like, look what we're doing. We don't care.
No, we don't.
We don't give two shits about how you're trying to make it fair and equitable for everyone. Nobody cares.
You gotta do better, Senator.
It's a matter of who does the job best. If they happen to be a person of color and they're doing a good producer job or good that you want the best of the best. I don't care. I'm not going to put them in there just because they're that. I want to put them in that position because they're damn good at their job.
Right.
Yes.
Right. But you won't get an Oscar. I don't care.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't care.
I wouldn't care.
No, I wouldn't care. If I made just a buttload of money just on producing a good film, a good story, that's all I care about. So, there you go.
Movies used to be judged on the merits of the storyline, the acting, the production values. DEI, the weight of DEI will hamper any production in Hollywood, which is why you do have a lot of productions moving out of California into say Georgia and Texas. Texas has a growing film production industry.
Look
It's
at
probably going
enough.
to continue growing over the next 2 or 3, 4 years.
Yeah, look at Disney. They are total DEI. Hence why Star Wars and Marvel have gone down the toilet.
Yep. It's only know one Beachcomber, and he's from Cybertron.
Oh yeah, Beachcomber's an awesome show. Who was the grumpy old dude on that show too? What was his name?
Relic.
He was a dick, but you like him, but he was a grumpy old bastard. It's like
right.
Yeah.
He's like a hobo with a floating house.
Yes.
I loved it.
That was a good show.
It was such a good show. Man, oh man. We actually had some good shows in Canada.
And people have went to races in the 70s. This was in the 70s, and we didn't give a shit. If you're a good actor, we didn't care your race. And it was proved in our TV shows, so yeah.
Exactly, right? But now we got standard D, audience development. Okay? So to achieve standard D, the film must meet the criterion below.
Doesn't that sound suggestive? It's a standard D.
No, you silly person. D1. Oh boy, yeah, it does sound suggestive now that I'm saying it out loud. Representation in development, marketing, publicity, and distribution.
Oh boy.
A company has no, really? I'm guessing that's what multiple means, right? But oh my God, they really actually got to spell it out.
Yep.
Oh my
pretty much.
God, fucking retards.
That's like the people that say, "Don't touch the element when it's glowing because it's hot."
Oh
shit!
Wow.
Yeah, I know one person that actually did that. That's a complete, I swear to God, yes. Anyway, so the studio and or film company has multiple in-house, I'm going to skip over that, in-house senior executives or hired consultants belonging to at least two underrepresented groups on their creative and development, marketing, publicity, and or distribution teams. At least one individual. So, get ready, folks. At least one of you will be hired. Must belong to an underrepresented racial or ethnic group. And they include, so surprise, surprise, surprise. So, an underrepresented group may be women, racial or ethnic group, somebody of the LGBTQ community, or people with a cognitive or physical disability who are deaf or hard of hearing. So, an underrepresented racial or ethnic group may include everybody.
But white.
But white. There you go. Well, Shazam! I just want to be in that group, but I guess I can't because I'm too much of a retard. So, yeah, Canadian Spider-Man. Yeah, Gibson's real place. And so Molly's Reach. Yes, on the BC's coast. Yeah. Yep, Molly's Reach. I remember that. It was such a good place. Such a good TV show. Yeah, 2 hours from Vancouver. There you go. And I want to touch it. So, or touch yourself. You'll go blind. Yeah, right? I touch myself. So if you're at least a woman that's part of the LGBTQ community and probably maybe even Hispanic or let's throw one in there. Let's say somebody from Nepal that's a woman that's also LGBTQ and has some sort of cognitive disability. You're in. So people from Nepal, go ahead and apply. I'm sure you'll get in faster than any white guy.
If you even care about it at this point, because right now I've been looking at articles.
I'm sorry.
Actors like Matthew McConaughey, Woody
Right.
Harrelson,
Right.
Dennis Quaid, Renee Zellweger. They have all been moving to Texas, urging lawmakers in Texas. One article I'm looking at right now,
Right.
urging Texas to spend more money on film production to incentivize, the growing film industry in this great state of Texas. I'm biased
There you go.
because I'm Texan, so yeah,
What?
it's like we're having more influence here on the culture than California at this point, I dare say.
And that can bring a lot of money into the public, the part of tech. And whenever good films are being filmed, it brings economy. It booms the economy because you got to hire carpenters, you got to hire food, you got to have. It really does help an economy.
It's spurring economic growth in the state because we're seeing it in smaller communities around the state.
Exactly.
We're seeing, just kind of its own economic boom. You spend money in the state, you're going to hire Texans. Working on these shows, working on production and whatnot. Everybody's leaving Hollywood because of what you've been reading off this website. It's just gobbledygook at this point. It's just one more nail in the coffin in Hollywood. Like, why would anybody want to go there? Because they are doing themselves in. They're going to collapse under the weight of the DEI and the check marks and the checklists they have to meet just to have productions going. Just to be approved by whatever this is. I've already forgotten what this article's about.
Exactly.
It's about being eligible for an award for an Oscar. Yeah.
Yes, the Oscar. This article is so bad, I forgot it was the Oscars. Like, let's see, Oscars, Emmy, award, something. There's something relevant about this article, and I can't remember what it was. But this is why entertainment is going down. It's why I can't get enthused about anything I'm watching on TV right now. I don't care if it's Disney or Amazon or Netflix. I have to look at entertainment from other countries to find something that's actually entertaining.
Exactly. And like what Gary said one day, when I was on Doomcock show a couple years ago, and I mentioned the same thing that you just mentioned. That believe it or not, on Netflix, there's quite a lot of K-dramas out there. And again, that's why you should be like watching Pop, because he goes through a lot of these K-drama shows, and a lot of them are really good. And Gary said, you know what? It's pretty sad that, you know, when Hollywood now is making crap movies and a foreign country is making something better than what Hollywood could ever produce now. And it's true. It's absolutely 100% true. You know? And you, Pop, you go through a lot of these K-dramas, and a lot of them are really, really good. You know?
Yep.
And they're not filled with this stuff.
A good example. I'm going to bring a good example that's a very popular show on Netflix. Yeah. Stranger Things. There's mostly, besides the one black character, is mostly all white. And I don't think any of them are good. But it's one of the best shows on that channel, I always think. I love that series. And I'm like, yeah, you can do it without any of this BS on it. It doesn't need it. So just
Yeah, and Titan, no, you know what? I know. He says, Indians actually comes from the Columbus bad Spanish when he wrote a letter to the King of Spain, calling these people Indios, people in God or people in God's country. Yeah, well, you know, hey, it stuck. And on top of that, they kind of thought that it was, you know, because it was all about, you know, the spice run. Or you know, the spice trade, and looking for a shorter way to India also as well. Right. You know, at least with the British and the French, and they thought it was India. So, you know, and that's another reason why it kind of stuck. You know, so and yeah, I've been watching mostly Japanese stuff nowadays. Yeah, same here. You know, and yeah, and if, like Pop says, if anybody's interested in checking out K-dramas, there you go.
That's probably my favorite one, Vincenzo, right there, about a Korean-born character that was raised in Italy but returns back to his home in Korea. So yeah, it's got a little bit of everything. Plus, I love the production value, and it's easily in my top 5 of K-dramas.
Nice.
But yeah, there's plenty of good entertainment out there. What we're seeing is like the death of the Western entertainment.
Exactly.
Western culture, because it's the entertainment, it's shows, it's movies, productions. It's just they're going one way, and the culture is still resisting the direction Hollywood is wanting to move in.
Yeah. And Lavistro, how's it going? There. Nice to see you, dude. Great that you could join us. Welcome to the chat, dude. And Titan says, yeah. Popular misconception: India wasn't called India in 1492. It was called Hindustan in Columbus's time. That's true. Yeah. So
the culture, things have changed over the many hundreds of years. You know, that's just nature. That's the way things do. You know, I mean,
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, all the categories other than Best Picture will be held to their current eligibility requirements. Films in a specialty feature categories like animated feature films, documentary features, international feature films submitted for Best Picture general entry consideration will be prompted to participate in the representation and inclusion standards process. Yay! Make sure. Well,
anybody who loves anime, there's the more and more anime production studios are rejecting Western ideals and ideology. I forgot who it was, but there is at least one studio out of Japan that has come out and just outright said, we're rejecting this. We don't want anything to do with it. Our anime is anime. And we're going to do what we want to do.
That's right. That's right. Because you know what? I'm gonna share something with you, okay? Because this is what it ultimately comes down to, is when art has a funny way of leaking into the culture and making things happen in, I don't want to say in the culture, but in society. Okay, let's put it this way. Okay? And this is something very real, folks. the more they push this kind of crap, the more it will infect the way you do everything in life. And I'm gonna show something to you guys. I don't know if you can actually probably make this out, but maybe I'll ambigify it, because I'm gonna show you this here. Okay, this is what's going on in Canada. Okay, and some of you may know. Yes, I've been having a hard time trying to find a job.
Try to bring that a little bit bigger. It's a little small, but can you bring it
I will try to. Speaking straight facts here. Yeah, I tried to. I don't know if I can ambigify this. Maybe I can. I'll try to. Yes, I can.
You did it. That's a little bit. Yeah.
Damn you.
Oh, no, you're
Okay. There we go. Yeah, I know. And this is something that is leaking out into everyday life, okay? And I've been trying to find a job, and I'm going to tell you something that's going on in Canada. And now that we have the government that we do now, okay, this is what it gets down to, right? This is getting into job applications and how you even find jobs now, right? Because I've been searching for work, and when I end up with questions like this on job applications, like, for example, I don't know if you can make this up, but I'm going to read it out for you. Like, the first one says, how do you identify your gender identity, right? And you have... Exactly. And you have to answer these questions. And I have to answer, well, I'm male. I'm not going to lie in a job application. The next question, like, do you identify as LGBTQIA+.
Who cares?
Right? It did, exactly. You know, based on the definition above, are you an Aboriginal person? It doesn't matter. Or are you based on the definition above? Are you the member of a visible minority? This is stuff that it doesn't matter. This stuff doesn't matter. Yeah, exactly, Spidey. Yeah, I sent this to you, and this is crazy stuff. And he also asked, can you read that in Australian accent, please? Yeah. No, it's crikey, like, why do I have to put all this kind of shite into this kind of, like, applying for a job application that I just want a simple job? And this is going all over in Canada right now. Right? No, you know what? I'm just going to say straight up like this. It shouldn't matter if I identify as whatever. It shouldn't matter if I'm part of any kind of LGBTQ community or anything like that. Yeah, exactly, Anima. Holy crap. You're really... Yeah, we are. At La Vista, yeah, I identify as a dragon. I'll never have a job you speak of. Yeah, no, exactly. Right?
You're gonna send me that, by the way, when I get a chance. I will. I'm gonna show this on my Facebook. I'm like, yes, this is the. People don't believe this stuff happens in this country. It is. It's disgusting.
But this is the kind of stupid crap that I have to deal with, and a lot of people out there have to deal with. And and instead I end up getting stupid, snarky remarks from retards out there say, well, you just don't want to work. It's like, no, this is the kind of crap that I got to deal with, and more than likely, probably Tom has to deal with, and
actually, I'll tell you a quick story,
and a lot of other people have to deal with.
I knew somebody. I'm not going to say names, but his sons, who worked in the army and they were hardworking individuals, couldn't get a job over some Indian guys at a Walmart because they got them first. But they're hardworking and stuff, but where they're Canadian, they couldn't. So is that fair? No. And I'm not saying bad about the Indian. Maybe they're good workers, but no, that they'll hire them over like that, Anita. And it should be, no, it's just disgusting.
No, and you're right, Anima. It shouldn't matter. It shouldn't matter if you're male or female, by the way. No, it does. It shouldn't. It should matter only if you can do the job, and if you can do the job well.
Look at your past employments. What have you done in your past? What's your ability? Yep. Okay, you don't have it. Okay, maybe we'll bring you on as an entry fee type thing, blah, 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 whatever. Yeah. And we'll teach you on the job. But we're not going to judge you because of your sexual orientation or your beliefs. No, that's bullshit.
I mean, it should be judged based on merit.
I was just about to say that. Yeah. That's what it should be. Like what I was going to say. Like what Pop said, it should be based on merit and experience. But no. And this is what's going on in the entertainment industry. And what follows generally in the entertainment industry, if you're going to have a bunch of mindless, stupid sheep out there that end up, you know what? Yeah, that is actually a good thing. We should probably do that and see if it works in actual society. No.
Guess
No.
what? Guess
Because
what?
you're making it harder on everybody that just wants a plain normal life and a plain normal job that they're able to provide for their families and crap like that. And this is what you end up getting.
Guess what, though?
What?
Canada, 4 more years of it, so.
Oh, God, yeah, I know, right?
Oh,
And-
what is wrong with you people?
And
Oh.
this is why I started the show the way I did. And now you guys get it. You guys get it. Larissa said, yeah, it used to be hired by merit. And then it was hired by you-know-who. Then it was hired by skin color. Then it was hired by for tits now. And it's hired by for alphabets. Exactly. Precisely it. AJ Sidehiker, yeah, these people want jobs without having to put actual effort in. Precisely it. And Anima, yep, well, I'm trying to leave for the U.S., but they are being absolutely ridiculous with legal immigrants.
Yeah,
there.
that's the unfortunate thing.
Exactly.
Another quick
And-
story. Hold
And
on.
people wonder why I'm a misogynistic dragon. Exactly.
Another quick
right.
story. A gentleman from Iran. I won't say names again. He was
Yep.
a CEO of Ford. He was here legally running a store. Great guy. I got to work for him. He was from Iran.
Yep.
He said to me he would never hire illegals because a lot of them were here illegally with bad criminal records. 2, he ended up leaving because they made it harder for him to stay because he was here legally. And he
Yep.
was such a nice guy, hard worker. I didn't care if he was from Iran. He was a nice guy. But
Yeah.
yet illegals get treated like gods. Where he's legally, he had to pay money, tons of paperwork. They wanted to know your unborn children's name. Like, it's disgusting.
Well, imagine my shock.
Yeah, so again, it's not, we don't care about the race or anything like that. He was an amazing man from Iran. But the fact he was here legally, running business, hiring locals, good for him. But yet he left because he's like, their system's broken. He said
Yeah.
Canada's broken. So
It is.
yeah.
It is. But no, if we say anything, then we're racist. You know, like this.
Hairy Japanese bastards!
Yeah. But you know, and you know, heaven forbid you speak out or anything like that because, well, you know, you're not thinking of the other people. It's, you know what, doesn't matter. I'm thinking about me and my family and how I'm going to keep a roof over their head and food on the table and stuff like that, right?
If anybody, wait. If anybody in these communities, in the LGBT, the color, whatever, if you want a good job, work hard at it and you'll get it. You'll earn it. Simple. You know, work like everybody, you know. But if you don't deserve the job, you shouldn't be getting it because of the color of your skin or your sexuality or anything. No, work at it because, and if you get it because of that, good. You know, you deserve it. But no, it's not the way it goes. So.
Too much maple syrup, eh? Yeah, it is. So,
don't mind us Canadians, eh? We're angry today, a lot of us.
Harry and Japanese in one sentence sounds weird. Yeah, I know, right?
I didn't want to say that, Vince. I was thinking the same thing. You don't think hairy Japanese people. It's no.
Oh, man. But no, this is why, you know, it's I feel, at least, and this is just my opinion, that, you know, why it's very important to show all these stupid, silly representation and inclusion standards that are being produced in media because stupid people out there take it as something literal, or it's just pushed that people feel that, yeah, maybe we should make it like some sort of industry standard or work standard or something like that, and leaving out potentially hundreds of people, if not thousands of people, that actually have the skills that can actually do the work, and leaving them basically jobless. And then what ends up happening? And then what? Just hold on. And then what ends up happening if you end up hiring less qualified people? Accidents, garbage. Yes, garbage, accidents. You know, potential lawsuits due to accidents, due to hiring underqualified or unqualified people. stuff like that. Yeah. Well, if you don't hire somebody that's good at their job, you end up with some low quality standard person. And then, say accounts suffer or things are missed that ends up in accidents and stuff like that. And it has a detrimental effect on society as a whole.
Yeah. Well said, actually.
And that's
safety concerns.
Effect.
Yeah.
Exactly.
No,
but
to me, hire the best person for the job. If that happens to be somebody in any of those communities, good. You deserve your role in that position. But hiring you just because you're in that groups, we'll say, any of those groups, without any ability, no. It's not that we're not here saying you shouldn't hire anybody and just white people. No, hire the best person for the job. If they happen to be black or woman or gay or whatever. If you work hard at your job and you're damn good at it, good. Yep. But no, make sure you're damn good at your job. These people are hiring these. That's why we're getting half-assed products in Hollywood on a job site, like you mentioned. It's a safety concern. There's safety values on of a safety site or anything. If you're hiring just somebody who has no idea what they're doing because they're from another country, then that's somebody's life you're putting on the line for certain types of positions. So, but it's just disgusting. So, yeah.
Yep. It's true.
Somebody's resume should speak for itself.
Yes.
Precisely it. So, that being said, should this province become an independent state of its own or join the United States? I am available for hire anywhere in the United States.
The only thing that would scare me about being American is healthcare. Because my diabetic medication's not covered then. That stuff is expensive.
You know what? If we work out a deal, then maybe we can keep our health care.
Because we got good health care. Because diabetic medication, I wouldn't be able to afford it if I lived in the States. I'd be screwed. So it's like...
exactly. And that being said, Tom, when can I expect you to move here? So...
either here or even though the UK is almost as bad, I got friends over there, but I'm looking to put my stuff in storage. We're gonna wait and see how the summer goes.
There you go.
Wow.
Yeah. And Vince, if they just put every DEI hire, in projects like the Titan sub, then I wouldn't complain. No, neither would I. So there you go. Yeah. So that being said, see, now we're pretty much at the end of the show. Pop, what do you got to pitch, dude?
Let's see. Tonight I'll probably get to something I've been putting off. I'm finally getting around to some Green Lantern news.
Ooh.
Yeah. There's some news on the that Green Lantern TV show.
Oh yeah.
Some villains associated with that, and then I came across some articles on why Star Wars fans will never get the Star Wars we want.
There you go.
So that's going to be fun. That's going to be interesting.
Oh, it's going to be so good, man. Mm-hmm. And like I said before, guys, hey, if you want some interesting chats going on, then check out Pop Culture Republic.
Thank you.
And you know what? Yeah. And again, if you want actually something good to watch, then watch a K-drama. And Pop has like a million suggestions that of stuff that you can go watch, or as limited as Netflix has.
Yeah, I'll talk about anything and everything under the pop culture umbrella, whether it be K-dramas, anime, movies, TV shows, comic books, novels, what have you. I'll talk about anything and everything.
There you go. So, and Tom.
Yeah. Oh, God. Canada. I'm so disappointed in this country right now. And I'm still a proud Canadian. I am a proud, as everybody should be proud of their own country. I just hate our...
No, just... I'm kidding.
Okay. But no. My channel seemingly has become a gaming channel recently. I got to get some more videos up there doing other stuff. But I'm going to say I've had Oblivion for only 5 days, and I got close to a whole 40 hours played into it already. I can't put it down, and I got some more videos coming up tonight. I'm love being back into the world of Oblivion Remastered. I faltered and I bought it with some money I got. selling some stuff, and it's like, oh, it just brings back so much nostalgia. Even it's prettier, but the same game, the same exploits, the same stuff. I'm going to be posting another video tonight. I've just been playing that religiously, recording videos, some of it, and just hopefully working on some other stuff. If I get my grant, I can get a new camera. Mine's currently broken, so fingers crossed. Then I can get my career started and boot it back up again. So, and doing some vlogs as well if I can get some more equipment. So everything's on hold due to lack of money. Hopefully I get this grant. So, but I've been fighting for 6 years for it. Hey, I'm an artist. That's the thing, being a poor artist. It legit is a poor, starving artist, but that's what I choose to do. So, if I don't have a family, it'd be a different story if I did, but I don't. So, it is what it is. And I've still got a broken toe that I didn't feel. Damn it. Oh, diabetes sucks, but oh well. Seriously, it was funny.
And you got a book.
Yeah, yes, a book. That book thing there that I know somebody in the chat bought it, and I've sold 3 so far since August. It helps for mental health and stuff, but hopefully I can sell more. But I'm going to work on my black and white photo book. That's my big one. I'm hoping I can sell it for tourism purposes. We'll wait and see.
Nice.
Cool.
Yes, Levistra, we should do lunch. We should do Canadian lunch, whatever that means.
Back bacon there, eh? Some maple syrup and back bacon there, and some flapjacks, and
for sure there, eh? Let's see, and what else we got going on? Oh, yes, that's right. The other obligatory that we should also do on top of as well, because in the description
you're roboting close to the end.
We have we have yeah, I know, right? Go figure. Damn it. Am I really roboting? Okay, whatever. Yeah. Anyway, we got some links down below, like Flip City Magazine. So if you want a good magazine, these guys are like the new Mad Magazine of today. And yeah, and if you want to go ahead and go over to Flip City Mag, thank you, Vince, for putting the link up. Flip City Mag, like you can see here right on the bottom, then you can go ahead and they have a free download for a magazine that you can go ahead and check out. And when you get yourself a subscription, you also get their patent pending Flip City Magazine tinfoil hat for you to wear while you're reading it. And if you get the subscription, then go ahead and use the coupon code CRC for 10% off for a yearly subscription. And on top of that, we got Al Nickerson's book, Sword of Eden. Yeah, he did. Oh, excuse me. Wow, there was phlegm that just came up there. It was just so much fun. Al Nickerson. Yeah, I know. I was trying to word that as graciously as possible, but failed. Alan's book, he did, say live action.
R2D2.
Yeah. Oh my God. Really? At the end of the show? God.
Yes.
Okay. Nickerson did a live show Saturday, and it was quite fun. Check them out. Check out the website. Hopefully, I'm not roboting anymore. But over at shortbeat.com.
Yes, he did. He had Al on the show Saturday. Check it out. It's well worth checking out in the rewind.
Yep.
So.
That's right. And yes, either you guys are still chatting. I'm gonna have to chat with .com. Like, yeah, well, yeah. Right. So.
Yes, we are. Al.
That's right. Like internet star, exactly. So he did a God, I can't
yes,
talk.
The hamster in the wheel is getting tired after a little over 2 hours, and
no, they're
yeah, that's right.
It's a Canadian government. Now that we have the new government, they don't like what we're saying, so they're kind of doing it purpose. Yes.
You get the
that's what it is.
You deserve.
Al Nickerson has books. Link down below. Check them out. Go buy Fun Comics. Go to his channel. Watch the live chat. He's got a Go Fund My Comic thing. Why can't I think right now? He's got a Go Fund My Comic link.
Tired.
Check it out. Fun stuff. Go support his comic.
All right,
you'll get stuff.
let me take over here for a quick second.
There you
Since
go.
things are opening. And Vince, you got me on this one probably. Don't forget, this gentleman here also has a channel. We're watching it right now, and he gives so much to you. He really does. And he's also a graphic designer, and he can help you on a budget. Definitely an amazing budget. Check him out at freelancegraphics.com. You get the link there. Thanks, Vince. I appreciate that. The man has helped so many people in this industry and other industries, music industry, album covers, many other things like that. And I've worked with him personally myself, and he's helped me with some stuff. So he's very good at what he does. Check him out on X also. And don't forget, he's also on Rumble, which is a lot more free than, of course, this channel for freedom of speech and all that jazz. And don't forget, he has a store. The man has amazing stuff, which I know I got to buy some stuff from the store. I'm poor, but I will plan on getting. I want those posters. And, of course, Thano was right, especially with Canada right now. Oh, gosh, yes, it was just so right. And amazing. And check him. All his works out. And don't forget to share, like, subscribe to this channel because, hey, this man does it all for you guys. You know, Canadian or not, we still struggle, even with a smile on our face, with all the BS going on in this world. Because we're Canadian and we're always the nice people. And we just stay happy no matter what because we're used to getting shafted. Oh, gosh, at least the last 10 years. Oh, no. Oh, no. Four more!
Yeah. And FK, thank you for the super chats there and the super I guess that's what it is. So I want to thank you very much for that. I really honestly appreciate it, guys. Any chats that I get, I really do appreciate it. And hey, soon to be American Spider-Man.
So that he just be Spidey.
I love that. He'll just be Spider-Man.
Wow.
Oh, no, he's in BC though. He's in BC though. He's not in Alberta. He'd have to go to Alberta for that one. So.
Well, Texas.
Yeah, but a BC joins
at this point.
That's right. Captain Canuck ain't so nice.
Spider-Man.
Yes, there you go. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's right. Yeah. So stuff going on in the channel. Really appreciate you guys. Thank you very much for joining in. Yeah. Oh, also I want to mention Saturdays now. Every Saturday, I will have a what I like to call Mike's Movie Matinee. Okay, so I'm kind of trying to figure out a good time to put a matinee movie up on YouTube, and you know, because like we did with all the representation and inclusion standards going on in Hollywood, we need to make movies great again. And yes, that kind of slogan might sound kind of tired, but on Saturday,
a good one.
I know.
Metropolis.
Yes. So that was the first one that was on Saturday. This Saturday, I'm going to be doing because I'm taking a little bit of a nod for Al's next book that's coming out. I'm going to be releasing the original 1922 Nosferatu. So if you want to watch the granddaddy of all spooky movies, then stay tuned this Saturday on Mike's Matinee Movies for Nosferatu, which will be on Saturday afternoon. And I think I might know, because I was talking to a few people, what they would like to see next. And the third week, I'm not going to say what it is just yet. So, but it'll be good.
With legalities, I guess, and what's copyright free or something like that.
Yeah, stuff like that. Yeah. You know.
Yeah.
So, and yes, and remember, we would really love to have you on our Saturday shows, Mike. I know it's fun hanging out with you guys over at Pop Culture Minefield. It is. It really is. So, and and boo for being on the weekend when I'm really online. Well, you can watch it on the rewind. Or you can watch it now. So, yeah. So this Saturday, Nosferatu. Check it out. Make movies great again. So all that kind of fun stuff. And stay tuned for Saturday. Hopefully something good will happen. You never know. Like maybe Carney will die. I didn't say that out loud. And maybe
no. Calm down. We don't want to get.
A guy can dream, can't he? So, but for now, yeah, that's what's going on in Canada, and I'll try less raging, as it were. So, and yeah, Max Shrek is still scary in Nosferatu. So, yeah, he is. Totally is. Yeah. So that being said, check out these fine gentlemen. Check out their channels. Support them as well. And yeah, like I also said, hey, if you guys out there can get Canadian Spider-Man over 500, let's get him over 500. And check out Al Nickerson's live
actually, hold on.
Live action.
Do we have Spidey's? Do you have his link in the
channel?
Yeah.
I should.
Yeah.
I should.
Post his
Probably did. CER means die in Minecraft. Yeah, it does. So, I'll try to find it. Anyway, so you guys have a fun rest of your week. We will see you hopefully on Friday if I don't get shut down. Because some interesting things are going on in the background. Because that'll just make me end up going.
Damn you! God damn you all to hell!
Hold on.
So, there we go. Canadian Spider-Man channel. There you go.
To it. Thanks, Vince.
So, to all of you out there, have a great rest of the week, and we will see you later on. So, until then,
be excellent to each other. And party on, dude!